What's going on, guys? So let's go ahead and start off with some proof. I like starting off with proof because that kind of it quiets down the folks that's saying, oh, you just trading demo and blah, blah, blah. Now, granted, FTMO's accounts, all of them are labeled as demo accounts. I can't help that. But when you look at MT4, normally it'll say live. If you're trading a live account, well, with FTMO, everything says demo, but trust me, they pay out. So just throwing that out there. But as you can see, my metrics for today do show that today's profit was indeed $40,000. So, and also up here, you see this payout ratio. You will not have that if you're trading a demo account. Or at least I don't think. I probably need to confirm that. Maybe it is there. But to my knowledge, you won't have this payout ratio section if you're trading a FTMO demo account. So this is a real account. I will get paid. As you see, my profit split day is coming up next week. And so, yeah, let's go ahead and get into the charts and I will break down this trade. Okay, let's do a little pre-go to bed analysis, even though I'm not finna go to bed right now because it ain't but what, 8:41. But I'm looking at gold, and gold looks like it's about to turn into an Omega trade. Reason I say that is because the first rule of my Omega trade strategy is already met. And the first rule is on the H1 chart, or the H1 time frame, I should say, price is already hovering between the 144 EMA and the 50 EMA. That's the purple and the gold. So it's hovering between this, and at the same time, it was overbought at some point while it was hovering between that. So the reason I'm saying it's overbought is because, of course, you can see my Ehlers Fisher down here, which is the green line. It was above my 90 level at some point while this was between the purple and the gold. So rule number one is met. And one more just caveat to that rule, just to, because I don't know if I know I've mentioned it before, but I just want to reiterate it. For this to be valid, price has to at least touch the purple line. It has to at least come in contact with the 144 EMA. So if price had been hovering between this, but it never made contact with the 144, I wouldn't say that this is valid. But it has touched the purple line. As you see, it kind of wicked through it a little bit. So I'm good. Everything is met for rule number one. So now I need to look for the direction to be confirmed, or pretty much the whole setup, the Omega strategy, to be fully confirmed. What I need for that to happen is rule number two, which is I've actually changed the rule recently. I used to say it needed to pass the last prominent wick, which would have been right here at the bottom of this wick. I have adjusted that rule to now say as long as it passes through the last prominent candle body, I'm cool with that. And what I mean when I say prominent candle body, I just want kind of since we're looking for it to sell, I'm looking for kind of a V shape. So price, how it came down and kind of came to an abrupt stop, and then it just went back up. Well, the bottom of this V is now like a prominent point, or a point of support, minor support. So I need for H1 to close through this line. Quite honestly, M15 is sufficient to close past the line. That's another thing that I've seen happen recently. And so now it's easier to spot if H1 closes past that line, but as long as M15 does, then I'm good. Once that happens, then we can look for an entry. So what I'm saying is, once H1 or M15 closes through this line, what I'm going to do is go down to the M15 time frame at that point, and then wait on it to come back up and grab our 50 EMA, and then we're going to sell it, and then we hope that it will plummet. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for to happen. It may not happen until New York session, and that's fine, but what I'm saying is I'm stalking this right now. Because the moment, and I'm gonna leave it on M15. I think M15 needs to close through this, and then we're just gonna wait on it to grab the 50 EMA, and then we're selling it. So we'll come back and see if we can't sell gold and end the week strong with a good amount of money. All right, man, it's late, but y'all can see it pass through, or it closed past the the line on H1 that we had. So I'm gonna go to the 15-minute time frame and start looking for an entry. Basically, I just want it to come above the 50 EMA, preferably. I feel like it's gonna go up higher in New York session, but I don't want to risk missing the trade, so I'm just gonna let it hit the 50 EMA or go a little bit above it at least, because gold normally goes way past the 50, which is why I think it's gonna go up higher in New York. I think it's gonna touch it now. I'm gonna go ahead and hop in just in case so I don't miss it. But then in New York session, I anticipate it probably springing up a good bit higher, and if it does, I'll just get in with an additional entry and do it like that. But so yeah. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna let it go a little bit further past the 50. Gold normally will go past the 50. Oh, there we go. Sell. All right, I'm gonna give myself a real good stop loss. I will only do a stop loss like this on gold. All right, I'm going to bid. All right, so a little morning time update. As you can see, I did end up entering 2 more trades or 2 more entries. When it came up, basically, I knew gold is a New York pair for the most part. It normally likes to take off in New York session, so I anticipated that spike up like I mentioned earlier when I was up taking the first entry. But this zone right here, how it has this wick over here on the 15-minute chart, I just kind of looked at that like it was a minor zone type thing. And so when it came up into that area, that's why I wasn't hesitant to go ahead and put those additional entries in. So I did kind of go for the gusto on this one. You can talk about my risk management on this one if you want to, because I was tripping a little bit, but I was at the same time willing to do it because I was just confident in this setup. I see this setup so much that I'm just like, it's going down. And so far we're looking good. So let's see. I will probably, if the 15-minute candle breaks, like if we get a close past this, then we're definitely in good shape. I think if we get a close past this wick right here, at that point I will adjust all of my stops to be in profit so that we'll be risk free. But anyway, we will check back later on and see where we are. And we are back with the update. We are risk free finally. This mess was giving me grief, man. Gold gave us a really good push down, and I knew not to get excited, and I knew not to go risk free just yet, because gold is gonna gold be golden. And sure enough, I mean, from my worst entry, it went down 150 pips pretty much, and then retraced 165 pips. That's why I knew don't go risk free yet. I was debating taking profit when it was down here, but I'm also like, gold can move very aggressively. So I want to try to take advantage of, if it continues to fall, I wanted to take advantage of that, catching those profits and everything. But all right, y'all, we'll check back later on. All right, y'all, I'm tired. I'm tired of waiting. It's been stalling all day. Let's see, we're at 40K. I'm taking it. I don't care. I'm out of here. I'm taking the 40. So still a great day. It's still my best day with FTMO so far. I'm gonna be mad if this thing tanks all of a sudden now that I just got out, but I'm out. I'm tired. I'm gonna holler at y'all on the next one.